Your Red River Shootout is this Saturday. I know in the politically correct world, they would rather that I said Red River Rivalry. I refuse. It's the Red River Shootout. Texas, Oklahoma, our broadcast begins at 10 a.m. on Saturday. With the voice of the Longhorns, Craig Way, kickoff is at 11. Joined now, as promised, from King of the Hill, John Redcorn, a masseuse, a former roadie for Winger, and if you're not careful, he'll steal your wife.
Good morning, San Antonio.
How you doing, man?
Hey, man, I want you to know I want to kick off by saying I am giggle-worthy.
From the...
Yes.
Yeah. You don't dig the Amanda Knox story either?
Man, it's just a crazy thing, man. It's a crazy thing. But you know what? Freedom is freedom. So
yeah,
God bless them, you know.
Good point. I have to ask you, first of all, I've obviously seen you on, some people may not know, by the way, John Redcorn went to McCullum High School here in San Antonio.
Go Cowboys, having a good year. Were they 5-1?
See, you know all this. I don't know any of those things anymore.
Man, I wake up with the marching band, man.
Okay, so I've seen you on King of the Hill, but I have never seen you in person. You obviously look different because that's animated and now you're real. I have to tell you that you look familiar, and I went to South San. You went to McCullum. You look familiar. Are you sure we didn't spend any time in jail somewhere together?
Quite possible.
Possibly?
You know, we could have bumped into each other buying, tobacco papers or something.
Something like that once upon a time. Or maybe no, I'm not going to go there.
I don't remember though.
Yeah. that would be the point. How does a guy from McCullum who goes on to stardom in a very successful TV show like King of the Hill get involved in something like Fashion Week?
You know, I'm a fashion diva, man. I love the idea of fashion. I love the idea of looking good. I love the idea of being cheap. But, being in L.A. for
I call it frugal.
Frugal.
Yeah,
there we go. Is
yeah,
that it? Okay,
yeah.
frugal. I like that word. Frugal and fashion. I like that. Being in L.A. for so long, almost 20 years, you kind of see how fashion kind of dominates people's lives. Mm-hmm. And, they'll pawn their ring, to look good in L.A. If you notice, I'm not wearing any rings. But to be here in San Antonio, you look around and you don't necessarily think of San Antonio as being a fashion mecca. Mm-hmm. But you know what? San Antonio does have a fashion. We do have a way of expressing ourselves. It may not be a complete Gucci outfit, but it might be a nice pair of Stacy's. It might be a nice Gucci purse that we bought, at a thrift store or something. It's just the idea of doing something in today's hard economy that can make you feel good. It can be an essence, it can be a smell, it can be a color, it can be a material. It could just be a small statement that says a lot about you.
John, hey, good morning. It's Charity. One of the fashion events taking place kind of caught my attention. It's called Going Green, and I'm trying to understand how this works. Is this basically a fashion show made up of recyclable materials? Do you wear it once and then throw it away?
Well, it's the idea of just, trying to find materials that will be, friendly. You're looking at cotton. You have a lot of other fashions right now that come out with different synthetics and things like that. Just kind of remind people that, the cotton industry is out there and there is a way to look good without, destroying Mother Earth. That's John Redcorn, by the way.
Pearl Brewery Fashion Week kicks off at 3 o'clock on this Sunday. Let me turn back to your career. King of the Hill is now majorly into syndication. It has been for quite a while.
About 3 years.
But is the series done?
Yes, it is.
Okay, so what are you doing these days?
Right now, I've got a reoccurring on Parks and Recreation. I play Ken Hotote. I was in the season finale last season. Looking at picking up another episode. I was called out to L.A.
Okay, wait, time out.
Here we go.
What did they do to change your appearance? Because I'm sitting here now 3 or 4 feet from you, and I watched that show religiously, and I know exactly what went on there. I did not recognize you. All right, so you're doing a lot on Parks and Rec?
Yeah, I've Greg Daniels is our creator, along with King of the Hill, and Mr. Daniels, who just gave me my wonderful 15 minutes, called me in last season for the season finale, and we got some really good ratings on it. Mm-hmm. Again, I was supposed to pick up another episode a couple of months ago, but Hollywood powers that be kind of pushed the episode, so I'm kind of hanging by a thread, waiting to pick that up. Being a part of another hit show would be amazing.
But you will be back on there again.
If people would call in and really push it, like I said, my agent called me and said there was an episode for me, but the way Hollywood works, you never know.
All right. Well, you let me know soon if you've heard from him. If you haven't heard from him, I'll start slamming the show.
Amy Poehler is wonderful. The whole cast is just super funny, man.
And did you get to spend any time hanging around Rob Lowe while you were there?
No, Rob Lowe was not there, so therefore I was the best looking person on the show.
Okay. All right. And you dropped me off some Redcorn's Thrill Wild Game Rub. You're into the rub business.
I'm in the rub business, man. You can try to call your local Walgreens and ask them when they'll be picking it up.
Yeah, why they don't have it.
There you go. If you're real adventurous, you can give True Value Ace Hardware. True Value. Oh boy, I'm in trouble. You can give what's in this coffee, man? You can go to Ace Hardware up in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. I'm in 4 Ace Hardwares, man. They just love the corn out there, man. So shouting out to everybody in Sioux Falls, South Dakota.
I lived in South Dakota once.
Oh man, it's South
Different.
Dakota.
It's
South Dakota, man.
Yeah, it's different. Good to see you. Thanks for stopping by. Good luck on Fashion Week with the Rub, and hope to see you back on Parks and Rec.
Thank you very much, everybody. Just go to fashionweeksa.com, fashionweeksa.com. Get some more information. Hoping to see everybody on October 10th, man. We're going to be having a good old throwdown, and again, a huge fan of the show. And
appreciate that.
I'll leave you out with Doobie.
John Redcorn, WOAI News Time, 828.